House, are we in the house? Yes, we are. Good morning, millionaires. I'm gonna call in on this thing. Everybody feeling good this morning? You know, my name's Haziq Ali. Maybe you knew that, maybe you didn't. I gotta figure out a way to do my music thing, man. Like they are so why is it that they don't let you do music when you're doing you know, a normal program in the morning, but they'll let you do music when you're DJing and you're just straight playing people's songs? What is that? Y'all got something for me? But I'm gonna figure out a way. I'm gonna figure out a happy medium. How's everybody feeling out there? Make sure you shout out where you're from. Another quick thing, man. A lot of times what I've discovered is that it turns out they aren't really down for showing you love unless you like, commenting, or sharing. So especially if you're watching a replay, shouts out to everybody who here in person. Make sure you shout out where you from and stuff. But if you're watching a replay, please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Super important. Super important. Really appreciate it. Lately we've been focusing on home-based businesses because of the fact that, we're in these weird times, right? We're in these weird times where at the end of the day, everybody's looking for a way to get it from home, right? And if you treat it the right way, if you take care of it, it'll take care of you. Ain't no way around it. It'll take care of you. And so what we've been talking about lately is all these different little hacks that I feel like people don't share all the time. Some of you know, some of you don't, but I've broken comp plan records, right? Like I might get in a company. Not that I've done a bunch of jumping around, because I'm not really down for that. I think that messes the whole game up for everybody. But I've had some modicum of success. I'm blessed and fortunate to be able to say. And it's really because of that I can thank. And if you get anything from these trainings, you can thank that for kind of like my ability to be here right now. Because it was when I started training in that industry that I noticed that I had a talent, because my videos would just go viral. I never will forget showing up at the big convention with one of my mentors, right, that was teaching me the game. And people are walking up to us like, hey, can you take this picture? And then I'd be like, yeah, because I'm reaching for the camera because I'm thinking that they're about to want to take a picture of my mentors. They would hand the camera to my mentors and want to take the picture with me. I was like, oh, snap. And it was just because with my videos, they would literally go out there and duplicate my videos, including the jokes, and then re-record it for their team. It was crazy. And that's when I first learned that maybe I have like a bit of a talent in this particular world. It's been a lot of fun. I'm gonna go ahead and call in on this live line. Let them know where you're from. Let them know where you're from. Check-in time. I'm gonna go ahead and call in on this thing.
You have something special. You have greatness in you. Hello, this is Les Brown, and you're in the right place at the right time, because we're going to bring the millionaire out of you.
Okay, I see we got Teresa in the house. All right, my man Dennis, what's up?
Please announce
Mama Mahasan in here. I love it. I love it.
All participants are muted.
Hold up.
Entry and exit tones are off.
Good morning, millionaires. Good morning, millionaires. I hope you're feeling good this morning. My name is Haziq Ali, and I'm here to help you make more money. I'm an entrepreneur coach. Bottom line is that if you are in business for yourself, you're one of my favorite kind of people. I really feel like the best people on the whole planet are the entrepreneurs. And so every morning we meet up here and, we discuss different things that can help you go further, faster with less effort. Sometimes it's mindset. Sometimes it's heart set. Today we got a little skill set for you, right? Today we got a little skill set for you because the whole play is we are going to, check in, man. What's up? Good morning, everybody. Whether you're watching from Facebook, whether you're watching from YouTube, maybe you're on the Millionaire Mind Line, regardless, good morning, Millionaire. Check it out, y'all. Networking is simple. Networking is powerful, but networking is not optional. Networking is not optional. If you're going to run this business, if you're going to really extend the life expectancy of what it is you're doing, you're going to have to hit this point where eventually you start to become known as somebody who is valuable in your space and for what it is you do. We call that networking. Networking is this idea that I'm going to give until I become known as a person of value. Notice, I ain't say I'm going to give till I receive. That's not what I said. I said, I'm going to give until I become known as a person of value to the people I know can help me. Can somebody put that in the comments for me? Networking is not, I'm going to give till I receive. I'm not going to give so that I receive. That's not networking. Networking is, I'm going to give until I become known as a person of value to the people I value. You hear me? Networking is simple. Networking is powerful. Networking can be a lot of fun. It can make the whole selling and making money process a lot more fun and enjoyable. But networking is not optional. Before you realize this, man, you be thinking that your real work is happening from 9 to 5. But let me tell you something, man. 9 to 5 is how you make a living. But 5 to 9 is how you build a life. You hear me? You do the real business in America between 5 and 9, whether you are networking in person, whether you're networking over the phone, whether you're networking with all the different types of ideas that we give you in the mornings. Millionaires, I want to challenge you this morning to ask yourself, how do you integrate networking into your schedule every month? How are you networking? If you'll just put 10 hours a month, can somebody give me that in the comments? 10 hours a month. If you'll just put 10 hours a month into some intelligent, intentional, selective networking, you can double your business in a couple months, y'all. You can double your business in a couple months. So what I got for you is, I claim I only have 6, but I think you're going to end up getting more than that if y'all know me. But if you're ready for the first one, give me a number 1 and a share. You know what I mean? Shouts out to YouTube. I appreciate everybody checking it out. Yeah, Kermit. That's what I'm talking about. That's right, Vita. 10 hours a month, 10 hours a month. Let's get it. That's right, Julian. 10 hours a month, bro. 10 hours a month, man. I'm going to give you some ideas. I want to see like how this feels to you. Appreciate that, Ash. Appreciate that, Vita. Okay, then 10 hours a month. That's right. 10 hours a month. That's right. 10 hours a month. Appreciate that. That's a fact. Give it a share, man. Share this with somebody that needs to know this. All right, here's the first one, y'all. The first fundamental, the first secret that I want to give you with this networking thing, right, is that you have to network smart or you won't. You know how to be like work smart? Listen, you got to network smart or you're not going to get the right results. That's the first secret I want to give you. A lot of people are like, I wish I could get more leads when I network. Or if you're one of the people that say, when I go to a networking event, I don't get that many prospects, right? I don't get that many leads. I don't really, I learned something. I took some notes, but I didn't really get anything. Man, shouts out to my homie Simone Simmons, man. She's a business partner of mine that's out in Kentucky. She just went to some conference this weekend and was talking about how everything the speakers was saying was one thing. She was there to watch what they were doing. You know what I mean? And I think that's an incredible thing because this means you're starting. She was like, I was watching what they were doing and I was there to network. I was there to build connections. So next thing you know, she's meeting all these people within the network. She's getting known for what it is she does. She's becoming valuable to people that she values. And then next thing you know, she's pulling something out of it. Meanwhile, everybody else is like, man, it was nice. It was a nice event. I learned you need to set goals and I learned you need to, right? Nah, man. When you're at the networking event, you're there for the people who are thinking the same way you're thinking. You get what I'm saying? If you're ready for number 2, give me a number 2 and a share. So what we're saying is you've got to make sure that you are networking with intention. You got to network smart or you're not going to get results. This is a secret. What are you going to that event for? Who are some of the people you can meet? What kinds of people are you trying to meet? if you know what it is you're looking, if you don't know what you're looking for, then anything will do, right? If you don't know where you want to be, then you're already there. What you want to do is go there with some sense of intention of what it is you're trying to pull out of that thing. If you're ready for number 2, give me a number 2. Let's go. Let's go. Give me a number 2. That's right, Brenda. That's right. Network smart. Network smart. You know, we always talk about working smarter. We're going to start networking smarter. Networking smarter. Networking smarter. You know, coming up May 21st through the 23rd, we're having our first live event. You know, Millionaire Minded is going to be in the building. You hear me? It's called Communication Pro Workshop. I highly suggest you grab tickets. I think there are only probably like a couple dozen tickets left, though. So I don't even know why I'm bringing it up. I'm really just mentioning it because it's going to be a networking event. It's going to be an incredible networking event. Plus, when you're there, you're going to learn all about personalities and stuff. It's going to be amazing. So definitely mark your calendar for that. We're going to have a ball out there. All right, here's number 2, y'all. You want to commit to this new networking vibe that you have by marking it on your calendar. How many of you can say that you have a monthly calendar or a yearly calendar or a quarterly calendar? Obviously, you can get one from millionaireminded.com. We have what we call the Millionaire's Action Plan, right? The 90-day MAP, M-A-P, Millionaire Action Plan, right? Massive Activity Planner, whatever you want to call it, right? How many of you can say that you have a calendar and it's laid out where you've got one networking event a month that's in a local area, one networking event every quarter that's in the regional area, one networking event every year that's in the national arena, right? Think about it. If you were to plan that out and make that happen, how far ahead of your competition does that put you, right? Because you got to think about it. When you're there in the building, referencing tip number 1, when you're there in the building, guess what? If you've already thought about the fact that when I'm in this joint, I'm going to be able to get some strategic alliances. I'm going to be able to build some partnerships so I can make my offer more irresistible. I'm going to find a bunch of people in here who have lists of my customers. You know what I mean? This kind of person is always seeing my customers. So if I meet 3 or 4 people that do that, this was a win, right? So now I'm in there. Now, if I work that into my calendar once a month on a more local basis, if I work that into my calendar once every 3 months on a more regional basis, and then if I work that into my calendar every year on a national basis, you can't tell me I ain't crushing everybody else. You can't tell me I ain't crushing everybody else. Wall calendar, little bulletin board off to the side with the little promotional flyer for whatever that is. You can't tell me I ain't smashing everything else moving. You hear me? If you're ready for number 3, give me a number 3 and a share. Give me the word calendar and a share. Matter of fact, calendar, right? Give me calendar. Give me calendar. Hey, Allie in the house. What's up, Queen? Now we got a party going. Yeah, Kara. You know he ain't playing. My man Mark Bates in the house. Mr. 800 himself is in here. If you're ready for number 3, give me a calendar and a share. Give me a calendar and a share. That's right. I ain't lying. Preach. Calendar. That's right. Calendar. Let's get it. Let's get it. Calendar. Let's go. Let's go. Calendar. All right. So check it out. Millionaires, here's the 3rd secret I got for you, right? Now we done talked about the calendar. We done said you need to load this thing up. Okay, Pastor Dandridge is in the house. Good morning, millionaire. Wait till you said looking for the calendar. All right, man, if you're one of the people that we owe a calendar to, we just now got a bunch more in. Thank you so much for the orders. They'll definitely be going out this week. Not sure if that's what that comment meant. As they looking for the calendar, it just reminded me a few people have reached out about their calendars. Love y'all. Calendar's coming soon. That's right. All right, so check it out. Here's secret number 3, y'all. Here's secret number 3. Event selection is just as important as the networking itself. Like event selection. See, now that I know that I'm going to do this the millionaire minded way, right? Now I know that I'm going to go there not looking for my end user. I'm looking for people who have lists of my end user, right? Now I don't mind going places where people got a need for my product, but it's just not as efficient. And what I love about networking events is that now I can meet people who have whole networks of my customers. So just me whining and dining them means I'm whining and dining their whole email list that got 3,800 people on it. Me buying them a drink, I just bought a drink for all 10,000 people that listen to their podcast. Me complimenting their suit or her earrings, I just now complimented everybody that ever bought her book, everybody that comes to her classes. I just did that in one fell swoop. But how do I do that if I don't pick the right event? Millionaires, you got business journals in your city that are giving you events. I promise you, you do. You got a chamber of commerce that publishes a monthly calendar in your city. Can somebody say monthly calendar from Chamber of Commerce in the comments so I can make sure ain't nobody missing this? You know, I don't care what kind of industry you're in. There are networking events going on every month where you can go and meet the people that'll take you to another level. They're not always all flashy either. Sometimes you're meeting the people that can introduce you to the people. Now you're networking smart. Now you're selecting events properly. When you're realizing like, hey, let me get around it. Not just monthly calendar, y'all. Chamber of Commerce monthly calendar. I'm saying if you call your Chamber of Commerce, just the act of doing that is putting you ahead of all these other people in your industry, right? Just because you're thinking like this. I'm trying to tell you that what you need to do, if I'm a personal trainer, then I'm thinking about who out here has plenty of my clients, right? If I'm selling a health and wellness product, I'm thinking who out here has plenty of my products. Boom, that's personal trainers. If I'm a personal trainer, I'm like, who out here? Boom, that's people with health and wellness products. That's people with fitness equipment. That's people with fitness clothing. You see what I'm saying? Man, listen, I guess I'm used to it because I come from the entertainment business, right? And the whole world of entertainment business is pure networking. It's no discernible difference. Oh, this one might be a little bit more talented or something like that, but that ain't what you're hearing on the radio. What you're hearing on the radio is the results of networking. It was so funny. They had this Drink Champs. Shouts out to my man E1. He had me listen to this interview, this Drink Champs podcast with this cat named Cameron, who's like this rapper from back in the day. And he was breaking down how his man that was sitting beside him that people don't really know all that much, even though he always shouts his name out in songs. Ironically, the cat's name is Zeke, Freaky Zeke. No relation. But at any rate, he was just talking about like how, man, this dude would sit there in the office every day and put friendly pressure on him until the record was the biggest record in Def Jam history up to that point, till Kanye came along, started breaking all these records. But my point is, he did that purely off the networking. This one would be over here writing songs. This one might be over here, you know, producing revenue with whatever activities, right? But his job was just to get in there and be a face, keep popping his head in the cubicle. That was a real job, to be known as a face in there. So people are comfortable when you come around. And then when you come in and check on the project, when you're checking in with the people that have the power to push buttons and nudge you up inches, okay? You're known to them now. Listen to me. All things equal, people prefer to do business with people they know, like, and trust. All things not equal, people prefer to do business with people they know, like, and trust. All I'm saying to you is don't overlook social events. Don't overlook cultural events. Don't overlook sporting events. I'm talking about everything's a possibility. And with some of the stuff that I'm going to teach you this weekend, you're going to be like the ultimate weapon, because you're going to be able to set appointments instantly. They're going to be agreeing before they even have time to fully process what it is you're giving them. You hear me? It is insane how well this stuff works. We were going to do the class last Saturday, but we're doing it this Saturday. So I'm just throwing that out there. If you're ready for number 4, give me a number. Let me see the word calendar, and then give me a share. If you're ready for number 4, I got 2 more for you, and then we out of here. Yeah, Kermit, I get it. Cameron, he had this song called You remember the song? Like, it'd be like, boy, oh boy, 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 oh boy. At any rate, he was like, mommy, I'm so good. If you were to hear this, and like, boy, 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 boy. At any rate, that's the song that was the biggest song in Def Jam history. Go figure. But my point is, you get the analogy, man. Right on. Yeah. Exactly. Right on, right on. All right, here's number 4. Right on. Vita in the house. All right, here's number 4, y'all. Millionaires, know how you help people. Come into this thing knowing your value. Can somebody give me that in the comments? I need to know how I help. I need to know how I help. I need to know what my value is. I need to know how I'm able to help this person. Remember yesterday, we were talking about how you got to identify your value proposition. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? Know how you help. People don't care what you do unless what you do can help them somehow. Know what problems you solve. Know how to hear it when they identify it for you, right? Not a bunch of boring crap about you and what you do. When you're there networking, and we do hold trainings on this, but bottom line is we're not seeking to be interesting. Oh, we want to be memorable. We want to be valuable, but we're looking to be interested, right? So what we're there to do is ask questions. Whenever you feel yourself stumbling over words and not feeling so smart, just ask some questions and you'll instantly come off as powerful and in control. Plus, they get to do their favorite thing, which is talk about themselves. You hear me? Ask powerful questions, right? Show how you'll help them by the slant and the angle of the questions you ask. One of my favorite networking questions of all time, somebody give me this in the comments, is when you're like, how will I know if I bump into your perfect customer? How will I know if I'm talking to your favorite kind of customer? Hey, I meet a lot of people, Brenda. I meet a lot of people. How would I know if I bump into your favorite customer if I'm out and about? Like, man, this has just been so great talking to you. I love this. Tell me something, LaTanya. If I were to bump into your perfect customer, how would I know? Right? Amazing. Don't you know when you ask those kinds of questions and then next thing you know, you're asking them for an appointment, how quick they're willing to meet with you? You mean to tell me you got ideas for how I can get more customers? You got ideas for how I can make more money? Man, let's sit down right away. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. She found that magic sentence email. Check it out, man. If y'all are not a part of the email list yet, I don't know what to say. You definitely want to. The only way to never miss a topic that we give is go to millionaireminded.com and make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. It's important. It's important. But I'm glad you've been implementing it, Queen. I'm glad you've been implementing it, Queen. That thing is free money. That's right. How will I know if I bumped into your perfect customer? You hear me, Mark? That's right. That's exactly it. All right, check it out. Number 5, last one I got for you. We're going to do our affirmations, y'all. Is practice by doing, right? Practice by doing. Whole lot of people go to networking events, but very few actually know how to network. You know what I mean? That's why I was so impressed with Simone, because she really gets it, but that would explain the success level that she's on. What I'm saying is practice the fundamentals. This weekend, I'm going to give you some things that are going to feel awkward. But once you get used to saying them, you're going to be like, well, why am I saying it like this when I would naturally say it like this? Because naturally we do all the stuff that leave us broke. That's why we're going to use trained language. Just because anybody can pick up a scalpel does not mean anybody's a surgeon. Or surgeons make the big bucks because they know how to use the scalpel. We're all saying words. We're just like all day, right? But that doesn't mean everybody's using their words properly. So practice by doing. You're going to feel awkward doing some of this stuff. I promise you. You're going to have to be bold to jump out there and say it. You know what I mean? But once you do, you got to understand people are reactive, y'all. They have to react. If you say something and they either have to react with yes or they have to react with no. You know, if I'm walking down the street and I'm giving out $100 bills, people have to react. If I go down the street and I punch somebody in the face, they have to react. What I'm asking you is, who's getting the reaction? Is it them that's starting it? Is it them that just start off loving me? Is it them that start off hating me? No, it's all based on me. And my point is, when you get really nice, when you just allow it to be a lifestyle, it's one thing to do a diet. It's one thing to say, this is my new lifestyle. You get what I mean? And all I'm throwing out there for you is when you do this thing like it's a lifestyle, when you begin to just say, hey, this is what I do. This is how I'm going to get rich. This is how I'm going to retire early and beyond my means, beyond my needs. You know what I mean? I'm going to get nice with this. I'm going to have me a whole empire out this joint. Well, what it's going to take is you practice by doing, y'all. You're going to learn to work that room. You're going to learn to work that checkout line. You're going to learn to work that gas station counter. You're going to learn to work that restaurant. You're going to learn to work that elevator. You're going to learn to work those coworkers. You're going to learn to work that family, because it's all people, and people have problems. You get what I'm saying? Everybody has problems. This is easy as heck. All right, number 6, y'all, because I know we're running out of time. Be aware of time. Be aware of time. Don't spend too much of it when you're in a networking event with one person. I just wanted to throw that out there because that's a secret. You'll get comfy with one person and you'll forget your mission, right? Don't defeat the purpose, man. You ain't trying to stay there and just hang out with the person you came with neither. Be aware of time. You can hang out with them as y'all are riding back, you know, wherever y'all are go, right? No, we're not coming there to meet up with our buddies. We're coming there to go alone, spend 3 minutes with them, keep on bouncing. You got to think about that. If you can do 3 minutes per, person, that's 20 different people you're able to meet in an hour, right? Think about that. If you do 5 per person, already you're down to what? 6? No, 12. Now you're down to 12, right? Just going from 3 minutes to 5 minutes. My point is, if there's 50 people in the room, you can figure out a way to meet every single person in that room. How much more powerful did you just become? Especially since you're going to follow up. The size of the event dictates the amount of time you should be spending with each contact in that room. The larger the event, the shorter the amount of time you can spend. The less time you should spend with each person, especially the people you already know. Millionaires, if you're going to make the most out of these networking events, now that the world is opening back up, people getting vaccinated. In Atlanta, it seems to have disappeared completely, and I'm not being facetious, like literally, when you look at the statistics, it's like, it is insane. I don't understand this stuff. But all I'm saying is that now that the world is opening back up, it's time for us to kind of like refer back to this list, share it with some people that might be headed to a networking event. Make sure you subscribe. We're about to go do our affirmations now, y'all. This stuff has worked for me, y'all. And you might not want to put them to use exactly the way I use them. I ain't mad at you, right? But I do want you to understand that, like, these are secrets. These are fundamentals that can change everything for you if you allow it. This is a powerful, cost-effective way to build your business, to build your strategic alliances and fusion partnerships, to build your joint ventures, and to build relationships with clientele. Whether you're throwing a network event, which we'll talk about that at some point in the future, or whether you're just attending one, I just want you to consider the fact that if there are 100 people in a room, man, and you got 2 hours to network, you can speak to at least 50% of them. Am I lying? You can probably make 30 contacts then, right? Tell me where else you could find 50 different people, a whole champion club form, like 50 different in one day. Name me another way you can do that. And you mean to tell me you're doing that once a month How can you not dominate? Repeat after me, millionaires. Hope this was helpful. Love y'all. You can call in on the line now if you want to rock with us. If you ain't scared, we about to do our affirmations. It go like this. I am so happy and grateful